Have you ever looked down at your feet and realized your shoes were telling your story before you even spoke? That was the moment I knew I had fallen in love with sandals, not just any sandals, but classic ones. The kind that don't shout, don't flash, and don't beg for attention. They simply arrive, quietly, elegantly, and yet somehow command the entire room. It started one summer afternoon, years ago, at my grandmother's house. She was standing by the kitchen window, sipping hibiscus tea, dressed in a soft linen dress, her hair pinned into a perfect twist. But it was her feet I noticed. Gracefully perched on a pair of caramel brown leather sandals, open toe, simple strap across the top, and a delicate buckle at the ankle, they didn't look modern. They didn't look outdated. They just looked right. I remember asking her, "Grandma, where did you get those?" She smiled, not looking down, just sipping her tea. "These," she said, "these are older than you. Got them in Florence, back when your grandfather and I were pretending we were richer than we were." And that was it. That was my first introduction to what it meant for fashion to carry memory, identity, and experience, not just trend. You see, there's something quietly powerful about a classic sandal. In a world obsessed with bold statements and chasing the next new thing, classic sandals remind us that elegance doesn't need a microphone. It's the whisper of leather on skin, the way a single strap can make you feel composed, clean, and deliberate. I began to notice them everywhere after that on the woman striding confidently through the airport in crisp white trousers and aviator sunglasses, tin sandals hugging her feet like they were made for her on the street artist in Lisbon, paint on her fingers, a sundress dancing in the breeze, worn black sandals grounded like they were the only pair she'd ever need. And on myself, over time, I stopped choosing shoes that hurt just to be seen. I began choosing pairs that felt like extensions of my thoughts. Classic, minimal, unfussy, yet entirely intentional. Let me tell you a little story. One that sealed my love for the classic sandal. And that's something I've come to love not just in shoes, but in life. I've worn flashy heels that turned heads and flashy heels that nearly broke ankles. I've worn boots that stomped and sneakers that screamed youth. But nothing has ever made me feel more quietly sure of myself than slipping into a classic sandal. The type that doesn't need to match your outfit because it simply matches you. There's something wildly empowering about knowing that a pair of sandals doesn't own you, you own them. You're not adjusting your walk for them, not regretting your choice an hour in. They're there to support you, not steal the spotlight. And maybe that's the deeper lesson here. In life. Sometimes the loudest isn't the strongest. The most attention-grabbing isn't the most endearing, and the classic. The classic is what stays, even when everything else has faded. When you next open your wardrobe and reach for footwear, pause. Ask yourself, am I choosing something that speaks for me, or something that speaks with me? Thanks for watching.